This is Pinkie, the housewife, and I have video that I'm going to bring to you all tonight. I tried to bring it earlier today, but had technical issues. Uh, so I'm going to bring it to you now, okay? And for all my subscribers and members and the people, everyone that was in the chat, sorry about that. So I'm bringing the video to you now so you all can enjoy it. Okay. And thank you all for all the support earlier during the day when I tried to bring it to you. So here it goes. Let me just say, um, get rid of the house rules first before we get started. All right. Let me just welcome everybody to the Pink House. All right. And I will be carrying this on my other two channels as well. Um, and I do want to go ahead and put my second channel up, Pink Global. Make sure you all go over to Pink Global. I'm almost very close to getting monetized on that channel now. So if you all can, go over to this channel, Pink Global, and hit the like button and subscribe. Watch a video. Try to find a longer video to watch, uh, and hit that like button and leave me a comment. And please go ahead and subscribe to that channel. All right, because should be getting it monetized pretty soon. All right, and I do need your help. All right, thank you guys. So make sure you hit the like button on this video that I'm doing now. That's going to keep me in the algorithm by hitting that like button. And then also it keeps me bringing you great content. All right? And keeping you up on everything that's going on around this crazy world right now. And go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you have not subscribed to Pinkie the Housewife, please do that. All right? So I can go ahead and get to my 6,000 subscribers. 6,000. I'm really trying to get to that before my birthday. My birthday is coming up in a couple days. So if you all can, just go ahead and subscribe. It costs nothing. Okay? Let me go ahead and thank you all for doing those things for me. Now let's go ahead and get on with the matter at hand. Here we go, guys. It's just crazy, but I'm going to bring it to you. Here it is. Now, on April 5th, I don't know, have y'all heard it? It's been all over TikTok, except because TikTok is what's going on right now. But YouTube, we're kind of slow with getting it out. But it's finally making its way there. But I love the things they're doing on TikTok about this April 5th. 1 million people marching. 1 million people is going to march on April 5th. Today is the 31st, March 31st. So that's in 5 days. 5 days, guys. They're going to be marching. I didn't say me. I'm not going to march. That's not me. I'm not going to be marching nowhere with nobody. That's my birthday week. I'm going to be at home. I'm going to be enjoying my birthday. Okay? Me, my family, and my dogs. Both my dogs. Do I have to say both of them? Yes, I do. Because they both love me the same. So me and my big husky and my this, um Ozzy, or I forgot his name, Coda. Me and Coda and Bella the husky, we're gonna be at home. And with my family and the whole, we just gonna be at home. So I'll be watching it from TV, okay? And maybe reporting on it as well. So, but let me say this now, April 5th, 1 million people is going to march in the U.S. and the United States. They're going to be marching everywhere. They're going to be marching uh, in New York, California, Miami, Houston, Texas, or you name it. You know, Las Vegas, yeah, Las Vegas too. Stop the slot machines probably. I don't know. I don't play the slots. But anyway, uh, seems like they regret their vote. Yeah, they've been regretting these votes. Yeah. Mm, mm. But let me just tell you what the ancestors, people been saying the ancestors want us to do. Sit your black ass down. Yeah, I didn't say it. I'm just repeating what I heard. Sit your black self down. Sit your black butt down. Yeah, they saying not your fight. Stay home. You told them. You told them. I didn't say it. Okay. So the first story I'm going to bring to you, a video I'm going to bring to you right here. We got some new developments. Uh, yeah, I'm going to bring that one to you right now. All right. I didn't say a word. Not me. I don't have nothing to do with all that. Just, I didn't tell nobody to do nothing. Let me just say this. The first video that I'm going to show you is with CNN. Is the MAGA voter sends message to Donald, CT. No, his name is not CT. Oh, my Lord. Lord, I don't even know the man's name. I just call him Donald. Okay. And CNN interview. So, I don't know his name. I just call him Donald. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show it to y'all. Let you watch it. Okay? And then we're gonna see what they're talking about on TikTok too. I'm not gonna forget that. Oh no, I'm not gonna forget about the TikTok. Oh no. Here we go, guys.
More fallout from the cuts by Elon Musk and his Doge team. President Trump got more than 70% of the vote in Wood County, West Virginia last November. But some people who find their federal jobs in limbo now say they regret supporting him. Randy Kay has more.
This flag used to hang there.
This was the flag Jennifer Piggott proudly hung outside her home during campaign 2024.
We had the flag. I had the shirt. I was a MAGA junkie.
A MAGA junkie who thought her government job would be safe with Donald Trump in office. She was wrong.
I cried. It's scary, it's a really scary thing. And I was embarrassed. He's a good boy.
Piggott was abruptly fired last month from the Treasury Department's Bureau of Fiscal Service, based here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. The reason given for the firings of 125 probationary employees at the Bureau? Poor performance.
I had my last review on the 31st of January, and I had the highest rating that you can get on a review, less than 21 days before I was terminated for my performance.
You voted for Donald Trump.
I did.
Do you regret that vote?
Yes, I do. To cut the knees out of the working class Americans just doesn't make sense to me. I expected more from President Donald Trump.
Since speaking out, Piggott says she's received death threats and her home has been egged. This woman asked us not to show her face for fear of retribution. She recently retired from the Bureau of Fiscal Service because she was afraid of losing her health insurance if she was fired. She also voted for Trump.
Would you still have supported him?
I'm not sure that I would have. The way that it's been done, I'm for balancing the budget, that type of thing, but not in this context. It's just not right.
Earlier this month, a federal judge ordered half a dozen federal agencies to immediately offer thousands of probationary employees their jobs back. But this week, the Trump administration asked the Supreme Court to put that judge's ruling on hold and stop those employees from returning to work. Eric Engel is a representative for the National Treasury Employees Union.
They are fully reinstated, all 125 of them. They are on paid admin leave.
Now they're getting paid for not doing their job. So did the government really save any money here?
Not at all. No. That's not. I mean, personally don't believe that was ever the point, but they're not saving any money from these probationary and trial period employee firings. This has nothing to do with eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse.
The Bureau of Fiscal Service employs more than 2,000 people here in Parkersburg. People we spoke with told us it's considered the place to work. Jobs at the Bureau are hard to come by, and people have always believed it was one of the most stable employers. Rhonda Bragg is another probationary employee who was fired from the Bureau. She didn't vote for Trump because she feared something like this might happen.
A lot of people who voted for Donald Trump lost their jobs now. What do you think about that? What do you want to say to them?
You know, at first I wanted to say, when all this happens, you deserved it. At the same time, they're in the same spot that I am. And I honestly don't think any of us deserved it. It's not even $50,000 a year. You know, it's not that much money. I'm blue collar just like the rest of them in this valley.
In a statement regarding the reinstated employees, a spokesperson for the Treasury Department told us they are weighing how best to consider their performance, Treasury's operational needs, and the Trump administration's government-wide effort to increase efficiency.
Baby.
That's hardly any consolation to Jennifer Piggott and her family.
If you could say anything to President Trump now, what would you say?
I expected better from you. I really did. I expected that you would do what was right and cut waste and fraud and all of those things that you promised us before we elected you in office, but you're not doing that. You're creating a disaster, and I don't know what America is going to look like if this continues.
And Randy Kate joins us now. What's next for those federal employees?
Well, Anderson, they're really in limbo as they wait for their case and their reinstatement to be appealed. Since it is on appeal right now, they're not even sure if they're going to have a job to go back to. But in the meantime, the union rep we spoke with said that he believes these firings are actually illegal. He said that the Trump administration was required to give them 60 days notice, which he says they didn't. He also said that the firings were performance-based, and he said these people performed well, their conduct was excellent, and there was no reason to fire them.
Elon Musk and his merry band of government cost cutters speaking out in a group interview, the billionaire calling his mission nothing short of a revolution and claiming those who protest the loudest over, say, potential gaps in Social Security checks are, quote, fraudsters. And it comes at a time that some are displaying their anger at Musk in the form of Molotov cocktails at Tesla dealerships. Let's get right to CNN's Kevin Liptak at the White House for the latest on this. Good morning, Kevin.
Yeah, this interview is so interesting. We have seen a lot of Elon Musk over the last several weeks. What we haven't seen is much of this Doge team that he's been working with to cut down the size of the federal government. And that was what was so unique here. Seeing these 7 men, they're all men, try and explain what exactly they have been trying to do. Absent, I would note, was Amy Gleason, who the White House says is the acting administrator of Doge. In a lot of ways, this was something of a public relations exercise as Musk works to explain why he is cutting so many jobs within the federal government. Listen to what he said on that particular topic.
And President Trump's been very clear. It's scalpel, not hatchet, and that's the way it's getting done. You've heard a lot of news about rifts, about people getting fired. At this moment in time, less than 0.15, not 1.5, less than 0.15 of the federal workforce has actually been given a RIF notice. So
they're selected if they're illegal.
It is
basically almost no one's gotten fired.
So Musk says in this interview he wants to reduce the federal deficit by $1 trillion. That's about $4 billion a day. He says in the context of government work, he's working at lightning speed, but that he would like to be going much faster. And he says that he thinks that this will all take 130 days, which, by the way, is exactly the amount of time a special government employee is allowed to serve within the federal government. Elon Musk is a special government employee. We also heard him defend these planned cuts to Social Security, which has been a big question that's been hanging over this Doge effort. Remember, Musk called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme in the federal government. Now he's saying that he thinks that these cuts will actually make things more efficient for Social Security recipients. Listen to what he said on that front.
what we're doing will help their benefits. Legitimate people, as a result of the work of Doge, will receive more Social Security, not less. I want to emphasize that. As a result of the work of Doge, legitimate recipients of Social Security will receive more money, not less money.
All right.
I want to emphasize that point and let the record show that I said this, and it will be proven out to be true.
Now, when it comes to these government payments, the message seems to be that they want to make the system work better. You heard from Joe Gebbia, who's a founder of Airbnb, saying that they want this system to be an Apple Store-like experience. Of course, that sounds great in theory. It's all, of course, John, in the execution.
Yeah. You have to have for 3 days from now.
Okay, guys. Did you hear that? I'm still kind of complex about it. It just sounds like rubbish to me. Rubbish. 125 employees. 125 employees. First, they're supposed to be laid off. Then, after they're supposed to be laid off, then what? Donna's supposed to bring them back? But then he said, no, you ain't gonna bring me back. So, you know, I don't know. I guess they should have thought a little more careful on their voting. And I guess it was all fine for other people to be losing their job. But I guess they didn't think they would be losing their job. They would be on the chopping block. It was all good for everybody else. But now, they're the one. Soon as I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to, let's get to the next one, okay? And I'm, sorry about people losing their jobs, but you all was all for other people to lose their jobs. But then when you lose your job, then there's a problem going on. Something is wrong with it. Something is wrong. You don't understand it. You don't like it. That's all I got to say is, okay. Let's get on to the next one. Let's see what some of the people on TikTok are saying. Okay? We're going to see what TikTok is talking about. Because you just have to think about what you be wishing for other people. It's okay, I guess, to wish other people to be deported, to lose their job, to be kicked out, and this and that, and separated from their families, but then when it happens to you, like I said, I ain't got nothing to do with it, I ain't got nothing to say about that. Let's see what's going on TikTok, okay? This is, they're up to date on everything, but I'm trying to get everybody on my channel come see me up to date on everything too. So, nevertheless, here we go. All right. This is still the same thing. Remember, they regret their vote. Now, April the 5th, 1 million people going to march on April 5th. Not me. I'm going to do what ancestors want us to do. Secure black ASS down, or secure black butt down. That's what I can't sing, but I try. Okay? All right. There we go.
The march, the Million Man March on April 5th, and Black folks, we're not doing that, right? We have nothing to do with that. That literally has nothing to do with us, and we are staying our Black asses home. We are resting. We are going to classes. We are traveling. We are taking care of self, right? They got way more, non-white and white groups that are not Black who can take that up. But that literally has nothing to do with us. And I want to remind us that we really need to stop stepping out and stepping up for white women. We need to stop that. I literally saw this high school game. They were showing the video of where a white coach, yanked the ponytail of a white player. A Black player came to her defense. And no one else came to the defense of this white girl. And this is just a reminder to stop with the knee-jerk reaction to just help these white girls and white women out. No one came to her defense, and there are white players on the team. We need to worry about self and women who look like us. And if a Black woman is in need, yes, help. But white women and white girls, let their counterparts help them. And like I said, no one came to her defense. So what does that tell you? So yes, stop the knee-jerk reaction. That also means these marches and protests and these insignificant things that they're doing, right? Like the painting over the Black Lives Matter in DC, the street. Did that help Black people in any way? No, it was a very unimportant gesture that does not help Black people in any way. It wasn't like the George Floyd Policing Act, Voting Rights Act. These are things that actually help us. And I don't mean just crumbs, right? Like DEI and affirmative action, we got crumbs on that, right? These things that do not, These things that do not help us, we need to make sure that we are not pushing for them. So we're not going to be out there in that march. Stop stepping up for these white women because their own aren't stepping up for them. And don't worry about these empty gestures that they're taking away because they weren't helping us in the first place. Thanks.
Okay, guys. Now, as for not helping, just, I'm always trying to help people regardless of color. But that's her opinion on color. Because I got white people in my family on both sides. So, and I'm not any in my family too. So, so I don't agree with that part. But staying home, I'm gonna stay home. Okay, let's watch another one. Okay. Let me get it up for you. I'm going to get started a little earlier, so here it goes.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your Black ass down.
1 million people are going to.
Hey, y'all, look, they trying to push our buttons. They are really trying to push our buttons. And quite frankly, yeah, ever since we've been sitting out, this down, they've been trying to push our buttons to get a response from us, okay? You have April 5th coming up, okay? So I'm going to need y'all to chill. I'm going to need y'all to calm down, get you some shit to drink, and we're going to ride this one out, okay? But listen, let me tell y'all what I mean by them revving up our insides, or trying to rev up our insides, y'all. DEI, affirmative action, releasing Derek Chauvin. I can't breathe. Dismantling Black Lives Matter Plaza. You gonna bring back segregation? Bring that shit on. We ready for that one. Bring it back. Stop the funding for historically black colleges. Yeah, that part, y'all. But we're going to sit our ass right here and we're going to stay resilient. Hey, y'all, look, they trying to push our...
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
Hey guys, did y'all hear about April 5th? April 5th, there will be a 1 million people march in protest of the administration. I heard today that that number jumped up to a 2 million people march in protest.
Wait now, did she just say it's up to 2 million people marching now? Protest? I thought 1 million was a lot. It is a lot. Don't get me wrong. Either way, whether it's 1 million or 2 million, I'm going to sit my butt down. I'm not going nowhere. No, I can't go anywhere anyway. I got a torn rotator cuff. And I pulled muscle under the collarbone. My procedure is that same week of my birthday. I'm going to be getting that work done anyway. I'm going to be sitting my rocket ass down. I'm going to enjoy my birthday because I have no other choice. Because my procedure is 2 days before my birthday. And I can't go nowhere anyway. But I wasn't going to go nowhere anyway. I wasn't going nowhere anyway. I was going to sit my black self down. I was going to be enjoying my birthday. So, you said 2 million? Oh.
If anybody comes and asks you to join that protest, get the hell away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Get away from them as soon as you can.
She said,
they don't give a damn about you. They got this. The people out there, they're protesting. They've been protesting. There hasn't been any bloodshed. There hasn't been any lives lost. We haven't even heard about arrests. They got this. And if anybody comes and asks you to join in on this, they are not concerned about your well-being. We all know the minute we come out there, it's going to be a whole different vibe.
I agree with her. They got this. They got it. They got this. Y'all gonna go to jail if you come out. I'm just saying, in my opinion, you're gonna be arrested. You're gonna may not be able to walk anymore. Maybe on the ground, then unalive somewhere. Maybe laid up in a hospital for the rest of your life. So, just tell your mama, your daddy, you're gonna sit down. Just spend that day, go visit your mama. Go visit your daddy. Just cook a big family dinner. Whatever dinner you want. Cook a big Thanksgiving dinner. Not ham, big giant ham, turkey, dressing, candy yams or sweet potatoes or whatever you want to call it. Bake some apple pie. Yeah. Yeah. Get yourself a good drink. Yeah, whatever you drink. And just sit down. Sit yourself down somewhere. Okay? That's Stay out of the street. Stay home. Stay out of the street. Can't tell you what to do, but that's what I'm telling myself. That's what I'm going to tell my kids. Stay home. Well, they're going to stay home anyway. But stay home. Stay out of the street. They don't be in the street anyway. So just stay home. Just stay home. Okay? Find something to do.
Oh, the police will be known. Their presence will be known. You don't even know they're out there right now. We go out there, all that's gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows that, including that person that's asking you to come out there on their behalf.
That is true. Y'all better stay home. Because it could be a setup. Could be a setup. They may not be regretting their vote. They may be just pretending like they're regretting. I don't know. Because, I don't regret my vote anyway. Because I didn't vote for that person anyway. So I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
They know we are not going to get the treatment that they've been getting. They're safe.
Mm-hmm.
We, on the other hand, we're not risking our lives for you guys anymore. And anybody that asks us that, is let us know you only want to use us. You don't give a damn about us. You don't care if they crack our skulls. You don't care if we're laying in the streets. You don't care if we're getting hit with pew-pews. You don't care as long as you get what you want, right?
Ooh, I couldn't have said it better, girl. Ooh, Lord. She said it. Yes, she did. She said it. Okay, let's watch another one right quick. Okay. I told you this TikTok. Y'all better get yourself TikTok. For the ones, people that don't use TikTok, platform, y'all better. TikTok keeps me up to date on everything. I don't tell everybody, but yeah, I be snooping on TikTok all the time. Even when I'm in the middle of a live, I be snooping on TikTok. Sneaking over there just looking. Yeah, here we go. But at least I still love everybody on
How do y'all
YouTube.
Democrats keep up with it all? In January, you had the People's March in Washington. And then last month, February, you had Economic Blackout Day. And now I just found out y'all are doing a 1 million person march on April 5th to protest something Trump related. I mean, I guess really you can thank the Trump administration for this, because he's single-handedly encouraging Democrats to get more active and cut out wasteful spending all by themselves. How do y'all?
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
I'm not gonna say it. Okay, now let's get. I told you, didn't I tell you? I told you guys. TikTok don't be playing with you. They don't play over on that TikTok. No, they don't play with you. They're gonna bring it to you. They're gonna bring it to you straight to the. They're gonna just bring it to you live. Let me just tell you about the second video. Okay, this is with MSNBC News. This is a Canadian woman. Now, even my daughter-in-law told me about this one. Okay, a big deal. She said, there's this Canadian lady, Canadian citizen. But she explained, I'll just let you watch it. But she was telling me about this story today, because I was telling about how my live, I got it froze up on me. It started spinning. It just wouldn't let me do anything. I don't know. Is that by design? I don't know. But anyway, it acted a fool on me. But let me just say this. This is going to be a Canadian citizen described her nightmare of 12 days ICE detention. It came without a warning. Oh, what she said came without a warning. Because she don't look like you. That's why it came without a warning. That's why. She said, no, I passed. I passed that test. No, she didn't expect herself, her skin to be in there. Here we go.
Jasmine Mooney is a Canadian citizen who had a work visa, no criminal record, and had been traveling back and forth between Canada and California without any complications until she says she was suddenly detained without explanation at the San Diego border when she tried to reapply for a new visa. Writing in The Guardian, quote, "I was taken to a tiny freezing cement cell with bright fluorescent lights and a toilet. There were 5 other women lying on their mats with aluminum sheets wrapped over them, looking like dead bodies. The guard locked the door behind me. For 2 days, we remained in that cell, only leaving briefly for food. The lights never turned off. We never knew what time it was, and no one answered our questions. No one in the cell spoke English, so I either tried to sleep or meditate to keep from having a mental breakdown, I didn't trust the food, so I fasted, assuming I wouldn't be there long." She added, quote, "I was told to shower, given a jail uniform, fingerprinted, and interviewed. I begged for information. How long will I be here? I don't know your case," the man said. "Could be days, could be weeks. But I'm telling you right now, you need to mentally prepare yourself for months." Ultimately, Mooney says she spent 12 days in detention before she was finally allowed to book herself a flight back home to Canada. Joining us now, Jasmine Mooney. I was blown away by what you wrote in The Guardian. Explain what happened.
I mean, I'm still processing what happened. I got out and it really feels like a dream or a nightmare, but I still really don't know how I ended up there. But now I am really trying to use my voice to tell people what's going on, because I really don't think a lot of people know.
Let me just say this. A lot of people don't realize and understand how they end up where they are. Some of them don't even have a criminal record either. I'm not saying that but a lot of people don't have criminal records. A lot of people don't understand how they end up there. A lot of people were born in the U.S. A lot of people live in that. A lot of people look just like you. They thought the same thing. And some people that don't look like you thought, well, if I vote for that person, I'm going to be given a pass. Didn't work out for you, did it? I'm not.
What's going on in there.
Why weren't you allowed to book yourself a flight back home?
I have no idea. I assume that if there were a denial with my visa, I would just book myself a flight and head back home. Apparently, because I had one denial before and then my other visa was voided. So for some reason, they said that they had to send me back to Canada. And I was literally booking my own flight to go home. And then that's when I was taken. And then I was in there for 12 days and not a single person talked to me the entire time that I was in there about my case.
Why do you think you were not given the opportunity? Do you feel like you were being used to send a message to others?
You know, I've been trying to come up with every explanation that I can, and I truly don't know. I was in there, I met around 200 other women who, none of us had a criminal record. Everyone's story was different, a lot of the same. A lot of women I believe should not be in there. And what I found is the issue wasn't about getting deported. A lot of women admitted that they overstayed their visas. It's just what the issue that they have is the process of getting out of there. It is next to impossible. There is no communication. You do not have an officer to talk to. You can't contact your lawyers or your friends or your family. I was transferred twice in 2 weeks, which is an awful experience. There were girls in there who had been transferred 8 times in a couple weeks. So the whole system just felt super rigged to keep us in there. That's what it felt like.
Well, because you write, this is an interesting part of the article. You say companies like CoreCivic and GEO Group receive government funding based on the number of people they detain, which is why they lobby for stricter immigration policies. It's a lucrative business. CoreCivic made over $560 million from ICE contracts in a single year. In 2024, GEO Group made more than $763 million from ICE contracts. Do you believe that you were kept in there because you were a moneymaker?
Yes, I do. I believe that all the women in there are kept in there as long as possible, transferred around, because it's a business and they make money off of us. That's the only explanation that I could come up with, because I said from day one, I would pay for my ticket to go home. The amount of wasted resources that I witnessed in there, the inhumane conditions, they did everything they can to cut costs. I was given 1 plastic spoon and 1 styrofoam cup to last the stay. When you start putting the pieces together, that is what I felt and came up with.
Do you have any plans to travel back to the United States?
You know, I love America. I love my friends in America. I am extremely devastated. I got a 5-year ban for trying to apply for my visa legally, right? So right now I'm just trying to be a voice and bring light to this in hopes that someone who can make a change to the system cares and will listen and will sit down and see what's going on, because I want to believe that the administration doesn't know what's going on in there. Like I said, it is such a waste of resources. I met a girl in there that was there for 10 months in those conditions. And I was there for 2 weeks. I'm Canadian. I have a Canadian passport. I had media, friends, family, lawyers, everyone using all of their resources to get me out. And it still took me 12 days. So can you possibly imagine what the other girls in there who don't have my resources, who don't have my privilege, are going through?
Yeah, Jasmine Mooney, you said it right there. I encourage everybody to read your article in The Guardian. It's a harrowing tale.
All right, guys. Whew. What she said, she's using her experience, her privilege, being a clear-skinned, white-skinned woman, to get the word out, to get the information out. Thank you for doing that. Appreciate you doing that. Really, really do. Because it's a mess out there. Yeah. It's a mess out there. Okay, guys. Let's get. I'm just thinking about the women that are still there. All the women that are still there. How they must be feeling. And people are not just being deported. I think, people are, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of Cubans, people from Venezuelans, people from everywhere that voted for this person. And now they're being deported. Their families are being taken away. Yeah. And it's not just happening to light-skinned people or clear-skinned people. We have even people from other countries like with darker skin. It's happening to everybody. Even it's happening to people that said they're not going to vote. I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote. So, yeah. And people are not just being deported, picked up by ICE. Like the first woman that her kid, she was afraid for her child getting picked up by ICE on the way to and from school. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna it's devastating for everybody involved. Okay? Devastating for everybody involved. Now let's look at how, because I see not just people being deported and stuff like that, but you look at the farmers. I did a video about a week ago on how the farmers are under pressure too, because they signed these contracts and stuff with different companies and stuff. They give their harvest and grow all these produce and everything, and now they don't have no workers to work the field. All the majority of all the workers are gone. They left when they heard that ICE is going to be out picking them up. When Donald gave the word, they had decided, oh no, they're not going to take a chance. They decided to sit themselves down, to leave, to go home, stay home. One thing where on TikTok they're saying, y'all know the video thumbnail. The answer said, sit your black ass down, or sit your butt down. I know they're regretting their decision, but it's a little too late right now. This person just got there. Only a few, what? It's just March, the end of March, March 31st. They haven't been there long. They got there. Weeks into it, and y'all crying now? I don't know. I knew something like this was going to happen. And then you look at the price of food right now. Price of food is going up. Everybody's been saying price of food. I don't do the grocery shopping, but that's what they're saying. I don't grocery shop, but that's what they're saying. The price of food, eggs. I heard one of my people on my panel a week ago said eggs are $12 in some places. $12 for a carton. No, eggs are not in a carton. What is it? 12. A dozen of eggs. I guess that's what you got. Yeah, I told you I don't grocery shop. $12, $10, $9, $8. Oh Lord. Huh. What they expect you to eat? One egg? One egg a day? That's me. I eat one egg a day. Not a day, but I don't eat, when I eat eggs, I only eat one at a time. One egg. But men, and some people don't eat like me, like a bird. Some eat 2 eggs or 3 eggs at a time. So, no, fresh fruit, I don't know, guys. I don't know, but here we go. We're getting ready to bring this up here. This is another one with CNN. Federal worker. This is another federal worker because Jennifer, the first video, was a federal worker as well. And 125 employees was let go right after somebody took the seat in the Oval Office. Yeah. Yeah, but here it is. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and let me drop this one down for you. Okay. Here we go. Like I said, that information with CNN will be in my description box. Like all videos and the information that I use. Okay. Here we go, guys.
Major and confusing backtrack, now saying federal employees may get a second chance to respond to his email demanding to know weekly accomplishments or lose their job. The deadline from the email that he'd sent over the weekend.
I would not trust that second chance. Oh no, if you still at your job, I'm just saying me, you trusted the first chance and see where it got you? Get you in the butt. Okay? And you expect him to tell you the truth now? Oh no, don't trust that second chance. Just me. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying what I would do. I wouldn't trust it. I won't even answer no email. Ooh, I pretend like, well, I don't answer emails anyway. I let them go for weeks before I answer. I do the same thing.
It was midnight tonight. Now Musk is saying, quote, subject to the discretion of the president, they will be given another chance. Failure to respond a second time will result in termination. This is very confusing because, many of the agencies run by Trump's appointees were basically saying, don't reply to the email. And this new kind of, okay, you get a second chance and then you're fired, came just a few hours after President Trump had warned that anyone who didn't reply to the first email would be punished. He had praised Musk's ultimatum as a, quote, ingenious idea.
If you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired, I think everyone thought it was a pretty ingenious idea.
Katie Drummond is out front, global editorial director at Wired. She and her team, as anyone who watches the show knows, have been breaking so much news on Musk and Doge and what's going on. So now it's even more uncertain because it was, respond or else. And then, Trump's own appointed secretaries were basically like, don't respond. Now
Right.
Musk saying, we get a second chance or else.
Or
So-
else something.
Right. So
Right.
what is all this?
I feel like I have been saying the word chaos on your show a lot for the last month, and it's because it continues to be just this erratic, irrational, baffling chaos playing out across the federal government, and this is just another example. I'm confused. I don't know what will happen to these federal employees if they don't send 5 bullet points of their accomplishments last week to an email address ostensibly controlled by an unelected billionaire.
Right.
It's chaos.
It is absolutely bizarre. I mean, Musk actually then called the email, Katie, a very basic pulse check.
Sure.
And that was the word there appears to have been carefully chosen.
Right.
The suggestion is that dead people are on the government payroll and that somehow there's some sort of fraud going on, that you say you're working or else. And then Trump actually brought it up this afternoon, this whole idea. Here's what he said.
A lot of people are not answering because they don't even exist. We have to find out where these people are. Who are they? And we said, if you don't respond, we assume you're not around.
Where does it?
That don't make no sense. Unlike people working and they've been getting paid all this time. That don't make no sense. Wouldn't you know they're not at their desk or not in the office or not whatever they was doing when somebody miss them after all these years not being there? What do you got there? Idiots that don't look and see who's there and don't they? That don't make no sense. Don't they get a review? That's the purpose of all the people that answered the email. They get your review and you got kicked out of your job. No, wait now. No, I said it wrong. They answered the email. As soon as they answered the email, they then got fired. And some of them already had their evaluation done. 1 year or 3 months or whatever you call it, evaluation. And they was good. They was doing their job. They was being promoted and this and that and been there for years, know how to do the job, probably with their eyes closed. Probably know how to do the job with their hands tied behind their back. You do the job, standing on one foot, one eye closed, and both hands behind your back. Probably can do the job in their sleep. But all of a sudden, somebody's not even an employee, don't even work for the White House. I don't know. All of a sudden, you answer the email. When you answer email, you're fired. Ooh. Then you expect people to answer a second email? Oh. Who's crazy enough to do that? I don't know. But let's listen, guys.
Where does this idea come from?
So this is not the first time in recent weeks that Musk and Trump have brought up the notion of dead people, people who don't exist. You know, previously it was Musk commenting on 150-year-olds collecting Social Security benefits. You know, so much of this, I believe, is designed to cater to a conspiratorial part of their base, right? It's the online fans, it's the followers who are attracted to this notion that, you know, dead people are collecting millions of dollars in federal funds or in federal salaries.
Or voting in Georgia.
They're everywhere and they're all dead, and they are taking money from tax-paying Americans who really like to believe in things that aren't true. And I think that this.
So did any of the unalive people or people that's 150 years old, did they ever get their evaluation done? The yearly evaluation or 3-month or 90-day evaluation done? Did they ever get that done? Because it still don't make no sense to me. This ain't making no sense. Ain't nobody fooling me with this stuff. Y'all better open up your eyes. Something ain't right. And I'm not gonna. Oh, Lord. So, first it was people that's 150 years old that was getting paid, collecting paychecks, Social Security or whatever you want to call it. And, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Then after that, but if it was, then you have somebody to go and check to see whether you can't do a check to see whether these people, you couldn't call them or send a letter out to them, because probably they're not answering the phone. Or you got that many people 150 years old. So if that many people 150 years old, my mama, Hightower, passed away, and she was just making it to, she's made her 101st birthday. I doubt if she was going to get to 150. We would wish she would get to 150, but she didn't. So when they say a person is 105 years old or 110, that makes the news. That makes big news. And you telling me you got people that many people, millions of people that's 150 years old, and nobody ever talk about it. You don't even see it celebrated on social media. Nobody, no news outlets are out at their homes. Nobody asking them questions on how did you live to be 150 years old. So, but they still collecting money. Huh? That don't make no sense. Something is wrong with this picture, guys. I told y'all, if you can't believe that, then,
This is another example of Musk and Trump playing exactly into that audience, exactly into that base.
Back to the famous movie, I See Dead People, right? Okay, Musk's moves are causing a lot of backlash. I mean, the TVs at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD. I mean, this was kind of amazing. I don't know what it was, like an AI-generated video.
AI-generated video.
It was Trump, and he's kissing Musk's feet. The words "Long live the king" are on the screen, and then they had to literally, I guess, manually turn the TV off.
They had to unplug all of the TVs.
What do you know about this?
We don't know who's behind it. We don't know how it came to be that this, to be clear, very stressful to watch video was being played all across the TVs in this department. But what it signals, right, is that you have a federal workforce that is fed up. They have been plunged into chaos. They don't know if they have job security. They don't even know who they answer to. And it appears as though at least some of them are making their displeasure known, from what we can tell with a very provocative video that somehow ended up on a lot of TVs in at least one federal agency today.
Provocative may be the word choice of the day. I don't know where to laugh or be absolutely disgusted.
I can't in good faith tell people to watch the video.
did y'all hear that? A video of Donald kissing that other man that don't work. I guess the other man is running the country or something. I don't know. Kissing his feet. I missed that one. Maybe I need to go back on TikTok. I'm coming back so I can find that video so I can watch it. Okay? I know it's nowhere to be found, but I can hope one day.
Video, it's quite something.
All right. Thank you very much, Katie.
Thank you.
Out front now, Letitia Thompson. She's a clinical social worker at the Veterans Affairs Department. And Letitia, I really appreciate your speaking, because I know it doesn't come without real risk at this time, but you're choosing to speak out and put a face on this for so many in America. Can I just start with, you were instructed, I know, by your department to reply to that email, which basically said, hey, tell us what you did last week, justify the existence of your job. And we're here up against the deadline for that reply. Have you finished your reply? And what did you say?
I have not finished my reply as of yet. However, I plan on just emphasizing the fact that I have, supported my performance standards and, applied the what is expected of me in my job description.
So when we talk about Doge and the impact, what was your reaction over the weekend when you get this email?
Astonishment. I did not expect to be receiving an email, right? On Saturday, I'm not employed. My tour of duty is not at that time. And of course, I did not check my email to know, but, I did find out through my colleagues and through the news circuit that it was there waiting for me on Monday to respond to by the end of today. Once I saw the content of that email, I found it to be very disrespectful and insulting. The federal workforce goes to work every single day and provide critical services to working families, veterans, seniors, students every single day. We have to actually complete performance standards about every 6 months. That accounts for our necessary duties in the federal government.
Thank you, girl, for saying that. Bravo. I'm glad somebody said that. Whew, if it wasn't for those federal workers, they supply a lot of need and help people. Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm glad. And I guess somebody don't think they do anything. The job is not important. I beg to differ. I think the job is utmost important. Thank you for saying that.
Government. So,
you know, it was just clear to me that the email was, you know, yet another scare tactic meant to humiliate, dehumanize, demoralize the federal workforce. And in fact, you know, we want to go to work every day. We, you know, are accountable to the American public and not to a billionaire.
So President Trump praised the idea from Elon Musk, right? This idea to send the emails. Here's what he said.
What he's doing is saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired.
And now, you know, we did then learn that agencies were saying,
are you actually working? Don't make no sense again. If they're not working, wouldn't their supervisor or the manager or the owner or the department head or whoever, wouldn't somebody know whether they're working or not? Wouldn't they not still be on their job? That's the job of a supervisor. That's the job of a manager. That's the job of a team lead. That's the job of the owner or the CEO or the vice president, whatever, whoever, or the department head, or however you want to call it. Who's ever in charge? Assistant manager, assistant supervisor, I don't know. So why would a billionaire send letters, have letters emailed to all these people at all these different places, asking me, are you really working? Tell me about your job. What do you do? Give me a break. No, sorry. Here we go.
saying, well, that's voluntary for you to respond to the actual email itself. But then President Trump also posted a meme which was mocking. It showed a character of SpongeBob SquarePants, and the list of tasks under SpongeBob was, quote, cried about Trump, cried about Elon, made it into the office for once, read some emails, cried about Trump and Elon some more. How do you respond to those, you know, the meme, the statement that's coming from the President of the United States?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate and demoralizing to hear that exactly, because I know how hard me and my colleagues work every single day to make sure that the America is running. Essentially, we make sure that you know, mail gets processed and delivery, veterans get the care that they need, protect air and water from, you know, corporate pollution. Yeah, and as far as the crying noted in the meme, yeah, this is causing a lot of emotional distress. I talk to colleagues every single day that are feeling tormented, terrorized by the incessant attacks by Doge and Elon Musk.
So we have seen some government workers, when you're actually out here, Letitia, putting your name on it, your face out there, some people have started to speak out. You know, there were TVs at the Department of Housing and Urban Development at HUD that shows a fake video of Trump. Obviously, this was fake, but it had been somehow, that someone had been able to mess with the televisions at HUD. And the image was a video of Trump kissing Musk's feet, the words, "Long live the real king," on the screen. Over the weekend, the American flag was upside down at Yosemite National Park, which would signal a distress call. You know, what are you hearing from your colleagues about people speaking out?
Yeah, I think, you know, everybody does have a good understanding of how demoralizing, stressful, intimidating, humiliating all of this is. And luckily, there are folks like myself who understand what is truly at risk here. We're talking about essential and vital services being entirely removed, depleted if Elon Musk is successful.
Letitia, thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking the time and being willing to speak out tonight. Thank you. Is Elon Musk moments?
Okay, guys. Whew. I'm glad that somebody is speaking out to let others know what's going on. Not everybody can afford to speak out. Ooh, this is some crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, when I say crazy, I really mean don't make no sense. But guys, yeah, here it is. Another July that had to be earlier today. It is. Just remember, they're breaking news. They could have killed 1 million people on tomorrow. On the 5th, many of them regret their vote. And I did have then other like the Cuban, and other people, and I hope I said it right. I probably didn't, but I'm sorry about that, guys. You know, but let's go ahead and just watch this last little TikTok that sent us on our way. And I will keep you all updated on stuff. I tried today, but it just didn't work out for me. Okay, tech issues. Here we go.
People are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
Hey man, look here, man. Let me tell y'all something. I don't get into all that politicking because it draws unwanted attention over here for me, and I have people mad as hell. But April 5th ain't nothing but a setup. Let's say it's a 1 million man march, you know what I'm saying? Protests going on for everybody. Look here. My people, skin folk. Now, some of y'all skin folk that ain't kinfolk. But all my skin folk, the kinfolk, man, stay at the house. Man, look here, man. Y'all let them have it. This year, we're going to see how quick Antifa hit when they out protesting on the 5th. We're going to see how many buildings get burned up when they out protesting. Because when we go out and protest, it's always something getting tore up. And it's always blamed on us. But we're not the ones that do it. So look here, kinfolk, this kinfolk. Keep your black ass at home. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, stay at home. And stay at home, why? Because we not instigating none of these fights, none of this insurrection. We ain't gonna participate. Y'all remember the one dude that was on Capitol Hill? The one kinfolk that was on Capitol Hill? What was he doing? Just standing, looking appalled. Let's stay in the house and look appalled. Hey man, look at.
I guess he's trying to say, stay home. Stay home. Stay home. Okay? Because they're going to do what they're going to do. All right, guys. Whew. This is too much. But thank you, guys. Make sure you all go ahead and hit that like button for me on your way out. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.